Welcome to the conclusion of Scars on Repeat. So I explained to you how things are so ironic and how things are kind of fucked up in my life. And I've told you many times that Barbara Drayton and I can be a family, and we can be a family right now, this instant, like she promises. But since she doesn't have that perseverance and forgiveness that she told me that she had before we had our son to be a family and stay a family, are we ever going to be a family together right now or ever again? I don't know. Like, we can always be a family, and when my children grow up, these videos, these videos are proof to my children that I can be with any of their mothers right now, and we can be a family raising my children together right now. Like, if Roxanne wanted to be together right now, we could be together raising our daughter together. If Sydney wanted to be together, we can be together raising our daughter together. Like, they promised me before we had our child. And that's the irony of the whole situation. But is any of that going to actually happen? Probably not. Because of humanity, just the way people are. We get into relationships with other people, and then we get into relationships with other people, and then we get into relationships with other people, and then we give up every fucking time, almost every time anyway. And until we're ready to be set in our ways, we give up on everybody until we are ready as individuals who find other individuals who are able to be set in their ways without cheating, without fucking around and having sex with other people the way I know so many people do. You know what I mean? Like, in order for that to happen, it would take a miracle. God couldn't even fucking bring our family together. Like for real, like Barbara Drayton and I can be together right now, but Barbara's not a family oriented person, or we would be together right now raising our son. And like, there was a moment in space, in time, where I was laying on top of my baby mother, Barbara, with my penis inside of her and everything, asking her, hey, do you want my baby? And she said, yeah, I want your baby there. And there's a space and time where she said, we'll always be a family together. I'll always want my family together, Darren. There's a space and time. Same with Sydney and Roxanne. There was a space and time where I was on top of them, looking them in the eye, making love to them, asking them, hey, do you want my baby? Are you sure you want my baby? And they all said yes. And now they all have my baby. And we can all be a family together right now. And that's what Scars on Repeat is about. It's just the proof to my children that their daddy tried. And it's also proof, though, to my son and my daughters and my future sons and my future daughters that everybody gives up on everybody. Like, Barbara Drayton and I, we can be together right now like she promises. Barbara gave up on our family together, the way her mother walked out on her family and abandoned her family. But that's what people do. So to my son Drayton, don't be mad at your mother and I for not being a family together. Like, we can be a family together right now. Your mom just chooses not to. Like, we can be a family together right now. And same with my daughters. Like, to my daughter, to my daughter Lavina, your mother and I, we can be together right now raising you. It's up to her. And to my daughter Cameron, your mother and I can be together raising her, raising you. It's up to her. But it's like, I gave them what they asked me for, and I gave them loyalty while doing it, and I gave them friendship and whatever they wanted. Like, I've loved them. I love them like more than everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I love them more than everybody in the entire fucking world. And like, it's one of those things. It's like, they promised to love me forever, but it's human nature to give up on loving somebody, to either love somebody new or because of our own selfish reasons to give up on somebody. That's what we do. That's who we are. We care deep down only about ourselves. And to my sons and daughters, I want you to learn from that. Yes, Barbara and I can be together, Dre. Your mother and I can be together right now, but I want you to learn from the fact that we're not together. The fact that Barbara said that we can be together forever and then gave up on her word, Drayton. I want you to learn that that's what people do. People will say, hey, Drayton, I love you. I want to be a family with you together forever. Like, when you meet that one special girl, like I met Barbara, she was my special girl, and she said that she loves me forever and we're going to be a family together forever. Like, there's a good chance that if you do have that family, that one day that family will split apart because of human nature. It's just human nature to be individuals. And that's just sort of the way it is. Like I love all of my baby mothers, and we can be together right now. But to me, they're proof that everybody gives up on everybody as the natural standard. The natural standard for human is to give up on everybody else except for yourself. That's the standard of human. Anything above that is like a standard that you set above being human. Like if you say that I'm going to be married to so and so for 50 years and you have a 50-year relationship and you have a 50-year anniversary, that is above human because you made that standard for yourself. That separates us from the animals. Barb wants to be an animal. And I'm okay with that. That's the human standard, right? Like, it's animal to give up on your family and just say, yo, fuck it, life goes on, there are other people to fuck. And that's what Barb does, and that's what my other baby mothers do. And they're gonna go from relationship to relationship, cock to cock, and all that stuff, you know, addiction to addiction, whatever they got going on in their lives, and they're gonna have new babies with new baby daddies in the future. And I'm okay with that, because everybody gives up on everybody. And like the new babies that they have with new families, eventually their family is going to tear apart, even though they promise one another, unless, you know, Barb does it spitefully out of her first family. But she told me that we're going to spitefully have a family together because her mother gave up on her family. So, I mean, she's kind of a hypocrite either way. So she'll promise you forever, just like she promised Kyle forever, just like she promised Mike forever, just like she promised me forever, just like she promised so many people forever, that she had sex with so many fucking people. I can't even, like, more than that. Like, it's just like, it's so fucking frustrating, but that's human. It's human to have as many sexual partners as possible. Like right now, I'd fuck so many redheads right now if I could, you know what I mean? That's my thing. I love redheaded women. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. That's what I'd do right now. But that's human, right? It's human to want to fuck everything that you are attracted to, right? So it's like, and it's like, it's human to give up on the family that you start, even though it's above human to like actually stick to it and persevere. But it's like, it's super easy to give up on people. It happens every fucking day, and it's the standard of human. So like when you're seeking out future relationships, my sons and daughters, you got to make sure that you're like, if you want that family forever relationship, you need to find somebody super smart with a high intellect like me in order to have that long-term family relationship, or they're not going to be able to do it. That's it. That's all there is to it. They gotta know exactly what they want from life, or else they're going to lie to you, and then you'll end up where I am, thinking that like I know exactly what I want for my life. Like Barbara Drayton and I can be together right now, taking our child to school every day, working a standard job, 9 to 5, and all that stuff. We can have a mortgage together and all that. That's exactly what I wanted from the start. That's exactly what I want now. And my whole life is fucked up because I still want that life with Barbara that she promises me. You know, so it's like, that's just the way things are, though. It's human for us to give up on one another, and it's like, we gotta never give up on ourselves, but it's super fucking easy. I just destroyed my own world today because I miss Barbara that much, basically. Like, that's what happens to me. Like, I fucking destroyed my whole fucking world today. I fucking like quit my job and everything like that, and just to like focus on my music and poker, and now I'm not too sure what the fuck's gonna happen to me. Because like, you know, like in life, you're supposed to be like doing something to constantly bring money in. But at the same time, I felt so fucking depressed that my family's not together. Like, what's the point? What's the point of making a bunch of fucking money without sharing it with a family that I love? Like, what's the point of fucking doing it? You know, but it's just like I'm a musician. That's all there is to it. I'm an artist. That's all there is to it. Like, I wish I could build you a bridge. I know I could build you a bridge, you know, in a song. but as for like building bridges and skyscrapers and stuff like that, I wish I could do that. But I'm more interested in making music, movies, and videos and stuff like that. That's what I am, and that's unfortunately what I am. That's what I want to do with my life, and I don't know how I'm going to go about doing it. But it's just like I know exactly what I want, though. Like Barbara Drayton and I, we can be together right now. And then like Roxanne, Lovey and I, we can be together right now. Or Sydney, Cameron and I, we can be together right now. But everybody gives up on everybody. That's all there is to it. You know, my sons and daughters, everybody gives up on everybody unless that person that you choose is super fucking talented and smart. They gotta be like Einstein smart in order to have the kind of relationship that perseveres for a lifetime. Because people rarely ever know what they want exactly, even when they tell you, this is exactly what I want. And it's just, it's so frustrating that Barbara, Drayton, and I, we can be together right now. It's like December 8th and December 8th, like 2020, and every day since my son was born in 2015, we could be a family together right now. Every fucking day since my son was born, we can be a family together right now. But it's so much more easier to give up on people and let them go that it's the standard of human. Like Barbara Drayton and I, we can be together right now, but she's too big of a whore. It's the standard, though. That's the human standard. It's the human standard to be a whore. It's the human standard to give up on your family. It's the human standard to promise somebody forever and then make that turn into a lie by giving up on them. It's the human fucking standard to do so. So never give up on yourself. That's the only advice you really get. It's like that's the one, right? You got to never give up on yourself. But it's just like my life is over. Like my life is over. Barb promised me that we'll be together forever and I'm stuck on repeat. I can't switch it off every day. I love you, Barbara. We can be a family together right now. So my life is done. It's over. Like other than the music and thousands of songs that I'm going to share with you and thousands of videos that I'm going to share with you, my life is over. Like Barbara Drayton are my life. And the fact that we're not together, my life is over. Like for real, like who I am is dead now. You know, all I'll ever be is a musician who has music videos in the cloud and like music videos on like, you know, SoundCloud and all that stuff. You know, songs on SoundCloud and all that. But like, that's all I'll ever be. Like if in 100 years from now, all that's left is my music, it's like I'm dead already, you know? Like, does that make sense to you to a certain degree? It's like I'm already dead to Barbara. It's like I'm already dead to Roxanne, and it's like I'm already dead to Sydney, even though they all promised me that we'll always be a family together and we'll always love one another and that we'll always persevere. But like, let's face it, Barbara gave up on her family as soon as she could, as soon as she gave up, you know, like she fucking gave up on her family as soon as possible, just like her mother gave up on her family. And Roxanne and I, we're friends, we're buds. I'm trying not to fuck that up, but she cheated on me when we were together and I forgave her a bunch of fucking times. But it's like, we're friends right now and like we can be together right now too. And same with Sydney. Like Sydney and I, we could be friends right now, but she is the one who decided to call the cops first. Like she called the cops on me, so I had no choice but to defend myself by calling the cops on her. And now we're in this big predicament where we'll probably never talk ever again. And it's just like one of those things. We could have started out as friends, or we could have been the family that she promised me before she had the child. But people give up on everybody, and the human standard is to give up on everybody else. So I need you to take this advice from this video to never give up on yourself when people give up on you, okay? Like when your family and friends aren't there for you, and they're not always going to be there for you. You got to be there for yourself. Like, you know, like I don't know how old you are right now, whatever. If you're in your teens right now, you got parents probably and like people looking out for you and stuff like that. But like when you get older, eventually your parents die and you got to look after yourself, you know, like things like that. So it's like you have only yourself to look after yourself. There's nobody else here to help you, even though you could be like, help, somebody help, but nobody will fucking help you unless, you know what I mean? That's the way the world is. That's who we are as people and individuals in this modern 2020 society we are. There are 8 billion people. There are 8 billion people in 2020. The odds of two people of that 8 billion people staying together and married forever without cheating on one another, without sleeping around with Brad Hurry or whoever the fuck. That was just an example zing that I was throwing against my third baby mother's grandmother, whatever, things like that. She used to fuck around on him and stuff like that. But it's like my point is everybody fucks around on everybody. Everybody gives up on everybody, so you can never give up on yourself, okay? Like find something that you love, do it every fucking day. You know, if what you love is helping people that aren't going to help you, that's still cool. That's still cool. You can still help people live better lives if possible, like the way Akon brought millions of people electricity in Africa. Like you can do that still. You can help people. But you always got to remember that you're on your own. Like all of the best friends that I've ever had in this fucking life have turned out to be fucking big douchebags, you know, like for real. Like we can be best friends right fucking now, but it's like, I don't like all of like the baby mothers that I have, like we can be families together right now. And then like, you know, like everybody gives up on everybody. Like everybody gives up on everybody. Like I want to be in a band right now with like my best friends that I've ever had in my entire life, but you know, my best friends and I have given up on one another. It's just humanity. It's the way it goes as you grow up, and you just like eventually you give up on everybody without even noticing. Like it's just one of those things. It's just the way life is, and it's the human standard to give up on everybody. So it's just what you got to take from Scars on Repeat is to always look out for yourself. And I fucked my life up by being with Barbara. Like Barbara Drayton and I, we can be a family together right now, but I should have never have given Barbara a baby ever. But it is what it is now. Like Drayton, you're alive now. If you're watching this in the future, I love you and I'm glad we have you. I just should have never have trusted Barbara that much because we should be together right now like she promises, but she's too big of a whore. But that's the standard of human though. It's like, it's a standard to be whore. That's why you can't slut shame in 2020. You can't slut shame in 2020 because it's a standard to be sexual and promiscuous. It's the human standard. So as far as relationships go, like if you're in a fucked up abusive relationship, good on you, whatever. It's just one of those things though. It's just like families aren't meant to be. And there's a type of God that created the universe, but he can't help us. He can't help us worth shit. Like I can't be like, dear God, can my family please be together? And then all of a sudden my family will be together. No, fuck that. There's not that kind of God. It's the kind of God that created the universe and just kind of goes like, okay, let's see what you do with it. Good luck. That's the kind of God we got, okay? So that's why people who are atheists are like, oh, there's no God because God never fucking helped me. It's like, he designed the universe to not help you. And he designed the universe to make you realize that nobody's going to help you unless you help yourself. You know what I mean? Unless it's like flesh and blood, like family, like mom and dad helping you or something like that. Nobody fucking else is going to go out of their way to help you. Nobody else is going to go out of their way to help me. We're all on our own. So you enjoy your life as best as you can. Like I want to die, but I can't die. And I want to live, but I can't live, especially in the time where this COVID season is, where we're constantly wearing masks and constantly socially distancing one another from one another. It's just like, I can't make my life better and I can't kill myself. So I'm trapped in this fucking hell of a limbo called missing Barbara every fucking day for the rest of my life. And Drayton and your family can be together right now. Your mom's just a whore, but that's standard though, okay? So it's like everybody is a whore on the standard level. On the standard level of human beings, as far as human nature goes, everybody on the standard is a whore. We love sex. That's what we do. We love it. We fucking love it, right? So it's like, that's why that's the standard. Barbara Drayton and I can be together right now, and Barbara and I would be fucking making love every fucking night. Like we used to, every fucking night we would always make love. And then like what happens though in these relationships that I've had with these baby mothers, and I realize this is almost universal with every relationship that I've ever had with any woman, it's like you make one mistake and then she kind of hangs on to it and it stays back there just a little bit. And then you make another mistake and that mistake stays back there just a little bit. And then it keeps snowballing to the point where it's like all the mistakes that you make, they just keep snowballing until she can't take it anymore. And she gives excuses of why to give up. And they're always excuses compared to reasons. Because like if Bob were to listen to reason, we can be together right now, Barbara Drayton and I, and we can go through marriage counseling, whatever, like we can become married and go through all that if we have to, like it's not a trap system in order for us to be a family and stuff like that, even though people talk like that. Those are systems meant to keep you confined. But it's like we can be the family she promised me. And just, like Roxanne and I, we can be a family too. And then Sydney and I, we can be a family too. It's just, everybody gives up on everybody, and these scars just play on repeat in my mind every day. I love Barb Marsh. Your family can be together right now. Drayton, your family can be together since the day you were born. So I want you to take that as proof that everybody gives up on everybody, and your mom's a whore, but that's the standard of human. Your mom's a standard human whore. Does that make sense? Like everybody's kind of in that standard range. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to be blunt and to be the messenger, so don't shoot the messenger. But it's like And same with Roxanne. Like when Roxanne and I were together, she was cheating on me. And she at first she was like, "Oh, I never cheated on you. I was just telling you that I cheated on you, but I wasn't actually cheating on you." Like she was just trying to cover it up as mind games, but she was cheating on me. And it's just like, even though she cheated on me, we can still be a family together right now because, like I don't want to give up on everybody the way every other human gives up on everybody. But it's like, like Barbara gave up, Roxanne gave up, and then, Sydney and I can be together right fucking now, raising our daughter. But it's just like she cheated on me from our relationship from August 6th to Halloween in that 2019 era, and like she had other people's fluids in her fucking body when she had love, made love to me when she was fucking me. So it's just like even though they pretend that I'm the bad guy, it's like I forgive them for a lot of shit and we can be a family together right now. So it's like, who's the real bad guy, right? Like, all I know is I fucked my life up by being with Barbara, and then the other two baby mothers were just to kind of prove a point to my son that everybody gives up on everybody. And I love all my babies, and I'm going to have more babies. And these scars on repeat, I'm going to try and shut them down to a certain extent. Like every day I wake up in love with Barbara. Every day I wake up in love with Roxanne. Every day I wake up in love with Sydney, and our families can be together. But it's just like, it's not healthy to live that way. Like the human healthy way to live is to be like, oh, life goes on, whatever, fuck them, I don't need them. Even though I know I don't need them. Like for real, like they cheated on me, lied on me, told me I was a piece of shit and stuff like that, when I was just like, hey, I love you, we're good, we can be good, we can do anything we want, right? It's just like, when I was trying to be the good guy, they were all fucking like putting me down. Like Sydney was saying that she'll sleep with Cody, and she'll sleep with Warren, she'll sleep with all of my friends and all of that shit. Like she was just fucking, I'll sleep with all your fucking friends, I don't give a fuck. Things like that, right? It's just like, that's who she is as a person. So it's like, I'm never going to be able to change who she is, and I'm never going to be able to change who Roxanne is. I'm never going to be able to change who Barbara is. They're all people who give up on their families. They're all people that won't be able to continue as a family together. And I have to accept that by not loving them like I do every day, even though I love them every day. That's the irony of it too. But anyways, thank you for listening. If you stayed through this entire 3-hour video or whatever the fuck it is, like I know I got lots of ramblings where like some of it's up, most of it's kind of down though, but like, like I had to quit my job because that guy fucking hated on me every fucking day. Every time I'd go there to fucking work, it was just like fucking no fucking reason. He would just be like, hey, you gotta do it this way, you gotta do it that way, you gotta do it this way, you gotta do it that way. It's like, I fucking did it this way, I fucking did it that way, I fucking did it your way, I fucking did it the way that you fucking showed me, you fucking control freak little bitch. And I wanted to fucking hit him, so I have to quit. I have to quit or else I'm gonna fucking punch him in the eye. You know what I mean? Like, and it was like, I want to fight so many fucking people right now, but it's just the society we created that's above human. The society that's above human. Like, I want to fight people, and that's human, right? That's human nature, that's the human standard. But it's above human to not fight and to be all peaceful, bygones be bygones, and all that stuff like that. So I gotta be above human as far as that goes, or else I'm gonna knock a bunch of fucking people out. But it's just like one of those things, This is real life. You get one life, probably. And if you come back later, hopefully things are better. It's like, Barbara, Drayton, and I can be a family together, and this is the proof. Roxanne, Lovey, and I can be a family together, and this is the proof. Sydney, Cameron, and I can be a family together, and this is the proof. And this is also the proof that everybody gives up on everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. Everybody gives up on everybody, so never give up on yourself. And I wish that my family could be together right now every fucking day. I hate you, God, because of it. I hate you. But it is what it is. God has no control of this universe. Sorry to say, all these people that are relying on God to fucking come save them. God's not saving shit. There's, you know what I mean? So, I love my family. I love my friends. I hope life gets better. And I hope you all have a good Christmas. Like, I'm not going to be able to see any of my children on Christmas. I'm not going to be able to see my son on Christmas. I'm not going to be able to see my daughter Lavina on Christmas. I'm not going to be able to see my daughter Cameron on Christmas. but that's who they are as people, and that's how our situation came about. Like, we could be a family together right now, but that's who they are as people. That's what human nature is. Like in 2020, it's human nature to give up on your family and to just go jump on other people, you know? Like that's what it is. Like, you know, let's say if Barbara and I did stay together and she wanted to be together forever and the tables were turned. Let's say the tables were turned, right? And I wanted to fuck other girls instead of just Barbara. And then and she was making videos like this for, you know, forever and stuff like that. I feel as though I would come back to her and be a family with her, but like she's not able to do that because she's not me, you know, like I'm the forgiveness guy, you know. It's just like, but at the same time, like I got some hate, but it's just like Barbara Drayton and I can be together right now. These scars just go on repeat, and like this is some sort of psychological, you know, something that you can learn from if you're a psychologist, like the way I vent and describe my perspective on things. If you're a psychologist like Freud, you can learn from my behavior, my tirades, you know, my agonizing tirades. Like, I miss them so fucking much every day. And like the thing is like my baby mothers will never know what it's like to miss their baby. Like, they will never know what it's like to miss their baby unless, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, like, they'll never know what I feel like right now. I've only met Cameron once and I miss her with all of my fucking heart. You know, it fucking sucks. She'll never, like, Sydney will never know that pain, like, truly the way I know it. And like Roxanne will never know the pain of missing Lavina the way I miss Lavina with all my fucking heart. It hurts. And I was just like, Barbara will never know how much it is to miss your first son. You know, that's my baby boy, you know, my son. You know, I want to raise him and teach him guitar, and like he would know Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin right now if we were a family together for like she promises. Like, I would be teaching him guitar every day. I'd be teaching him music every day. But it's just the way people are. We all give up on one another. So never give up on yourself. And this is the proof to my children that our families could have been together throughout this entire time. And, you know, like, we can go for it together. That's all I ever wanted. That's all I ever wanted, to be just a little bit above that human standard to marriage and like committing to one another and being faithful and loyal to one another. You know what I mean? Like the way Sydney promised that she'll be faithful and loyal to me, the way Roxanne promised she'll be faithful and loyal to me, the way Barbara promised she'll be faithful and loyal to me. But it's human to break those promises. So promise yourself something and never give up that promise on yourself, because never give up on yourself. So like, I don't know. This life is crazy. I kind of ended my world today by switching it completely. Like, I made a clean slate because I ended up quitting work over some fucking douchebag I didn't want to work with. And it's just like, you know, like, at the same time, I respect that douchebag, so I mean, I shouldn't be talking bad about him, but it's like, you know, at the same time, I respect him, but it's like, you know, if I were his race, he would have accepted me and we would be friends and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm not his race and I can't change who I am as a person. I'm sorry that I look like every fucking Native American that ever fucking bullied him through all grade school and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. You know, there's the same goes with like all the other people that like know that they fucking talk behind my back, you know, like, you know who you are. I'm like, I'm glad you're like, you know, whatever. Just like, all I know is like, this life is rigged against each one of us, because each one of us wants what's best for the self individual. If every one of us in the world wanted what's best for everybody else in the world, then the world might be a better place. But it's like, ultimately, individuals and people who are individuals want the world to themselves, you know? So never give up on yourself. And if you start a family and eventually it goes kaput, just know that's normal. It's completely normal to procreate, and then like a black widow spider, the female just kind of kills you out of the family relationship. You know, that's sort of how it is. That's how life is, I'm sorry to say. And I love Barbara. Our family can be together right now. Hey, Barbara, we can be together right now. Like you promised me, and you know that you promised me. You literally looked me in the eye when we were making love. Hey, Barbara, do you want my baby? Then we came at the same time when you said yes. We can be together right now. There's no reason why we can't. And same with you, Roxanne, and same with you, Sydney. There's no reason why we can't be together other than your excuses and the fact that you're the human standard.